Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Professor Dr. Nurziatik Ismail Hain. We are from Group 5. My name is Zarid Sofia Binti Naswa, and today we are going to present the qualitative consideration in capital expenditure decision and technology advancement. So, let's get started. What is capital expenditure? It refers to the funds that are used by a company for the purchase, improvement or maintenance of long-term assets to improve the efficiency or capacity of the company. Long-term assets are usually physical, fixed and non-consumable assets such as property, equipment or infrastructure, and that has a useful life of more than one accounting period. It also known as capex or capital expenses, capital expenditure that include the purchase of items such as equipment, machinery, furniture and fitting, business vehicles, software, intangible assets such as patents or license. So what is actually capital expenditure decision? It is the decision-making process in relation to investment in fixed assets which are not for sale such as land, building, plants, machinery and etc. Thus, it refers to a long-term planning for proposed capital expenditure and involve a long-term involvement in it. The main task of the finance manager is to select most profitable project for investment. This work is very important because any action taken by manager in this area affect the functioning and the profitability of the firm for the many years to come. There are several qualitative considerations factors that are need to consider by management when making capital expenditure decisions. The qualitative factors are to be evaluated subjectively. The management need to incorporate the qualitative factors in making the capital expenditure decision for more comprehensive evaluations and enhanced decision making. So, the first qualitative consideration is legal requirements or government regulations. There is a need to consider the relevant government laws before making any capital expenditure decisions. Good managers should always consider the consequences of the government actions and inactions of any project they want to execute, because it can affect the business organization in many ways. As for examples, if a factory decides to open a canteen for their workers, the staff in charge in the canteen operation should undergo the food handling training. If they do not go through the training, they might be penalized or be penalty, and worst case scenario, they cannot open up the canteen. So, the second consideration is ethical considerations. The firms need the management to incorporate values in their decision making. It is to enable them to evaluate the impact of all possible capital expenditure decisions in relation to relevant stakeholders. So, what is actually relevant stakeholder? Relevant stakeholders are the firm shareholders, customers, employees, and community that the firm surrounds itself in. So, for example, protecting shareholder interests, employee safety, and customer health. How to protecting shareholder interests? So, when evaluating several capital expenditure decisions, the management need to make sure the one chosen will be beneficial to the growth of the firms in the long run. So, for employee safety, when employee dealing with dangerous chemicals, the management need to consider the safeguards such as relevant safety gears and masks. And for customer health, the management need to make sure that the input from the capital expenditure decisions do not be dangerous to the customer health. So, the third qualitative consideration is product or service quality. Companies that are looking to reduce costs must be cautious to avoid sacrificing the long-term benefit of being associated with quality products and services for the short-term quantitative benefit of cutting costs. For examples, buying a cheapest vehicles for on-site technicians may result in service interruptions due to vehicles breakdown. The fourth qualitative consideration is environmental impact. Companies that are perceived as good stewards of the environment are viewed in a more positive light by both consumers and stockholders. This can have a long-term positive financial impact on the company, though the impact is difficult to quantify. Companies that win awards or receive recognition for environmental stewardship receive valuable positive publicity and increase the consumer awareness. This benefit can translate into acquiring new customers and greater loyalty from existing customers. And the fifth qualitative consideration is social trends. Social trends is a practice that is followed by a majority of society that have the same interests and enjoy certain benefit. As time pass by, the interests of majority of society also change. For example, if consumer current social trend is to care about environment, then the management is advised to manufacture green products over the coming years instead building a factory that causes the pollutions. Okay, that's all from me. Next, I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Izzati binti Arifin. I would like to explain about the importance of capital expenditure decision. It consists of three importance. The first one is construction of decision. The second one is effect in the long term run. The third one is irreversibility. The first is construction of decision. When a capital budgeting process occurs, the company are able to make a set of decision rules which can classify which projects are acceptable and unacceptable. The result are more efficient business that is better to quickly to find out whether they want to move ahead with a project or stop early in the process. It is also can saving the company both time and money. Okay, the second one is effect in the long run. Okay, the consequences of the capital expenditure decision extend into the future. The scope of current manufacturer activities of the company governed largely by the capital expenditure in the prior. Likewise, the current capital expenditure decisions provide the framework for the future activities. Capital investment decisions have an enormous bearing on the basic character of the company. Okay, the last one is the irreversibility. Okay, the capital expenditure can hardly be undone without the company incurred loss. Since the most forms of the capital equipment are customized to meet the specific company requirements and needs, generally, the market for capital equipment that has been used is actually very poor. Once the capital equipment is purchased by the company, there is little room to reverse the decision since the cost can often not be recouped. For the reason, wrong capital investment decisions are often irreversible, and poor ones leads to substantial loss being incurred. Once they are acquired, they need to be employed for use.
Hi, my name is Widayati binti Abdul Ghani. So I will proceed with how qualitative considerations impact the decision-making process. So there are 5 impact, which is investors, moral, products, customer, and community. First is investors. Investors of conducting a roadshow to meet as many of them as possible. Roadshow are a great way to spread the word in an in-person, interactive format and reach those you may not have been able to. Typically, roadshow bring customers, prospects, and partners together for the leadership and networking. As European investors say, a roadshow enables the management team to meet with analysts, fund managers, and potential investors at several locations. A successful presentation and a charismatic appearance from management can convince potential investors to buy your share. Next is moral. Some organizations or companies sometimes spend money on capital improvements because they want to improve a better work environment for their employees. For example, ordering new office furniture may not have an immediate quantifiable payback for the corporation, but it can improve employee morale and result in greater productivity. The customer management is considered as caring about whether the employees have an attractive, comfortable and functional place to work. Another example is the company may recognize the good when someone is doing something awesome. Tell them, recognize the individuals on your team who receive good feedback from the clients. It's important for employees to feel their efforts are being recognized, and the recognition will encourage the employees to go above and beyond. Next is community. Local community allow employees to spend a few hours of paid time assisting with community projects such as volunteer. Many people like to help a deserving community group but may have time in their personal schedule to do it. With paid time off for volunteering, they are making it easy for staff to say yes to helping others. We can take Colgate-Palmolive as example. Given that caring is one of their core values, Colgate has Colgate Cares Day where teams from across the globe give back to community programs and in-service projects to help make the world healthier and happier. Next is customers. The impact on customers' opinion of a business. If an investment is made in answering your phone calls in less time by adding customer support staff, keeping your customers satisfied with your products or service is important. For example, if manager want to analyze how positively customers view one product, manager might interview a cross-section of the customers and ask for feedback. And the last one is products. It may be possible to use somewhat cheaper components in order to reduce the cost. However, if this is done too much, it may create an overall impression of reduced quality, which may lead customers to buy fewer products. Thus, the organization will suffer more.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So I will proceed to the next slide, which is the advantages of qualitative consideration in investment decision. First of all, it provides valuable data to the use in for the use in design of a product, including the data about their user needs, user behavior, and the user cases. Qualitative consideration emphasize strategy of the organization on how to improve their capital expenditure. For example, if the company's nature is to provide services to their customer, such as telecommunication services, hotel, spa, flight, it makes sense for them to use qualitative consideration in order to measure the level of customer satisfaction. The next advantage is to strike the good future financial performance. Management accountant measure product quality and customer satisfaction to improve financial performance. Manager will take certain action in making the expenditure decision in order to meet certain level of customer satisfaction. It is easier for the management of accountant to investigate the cost variance as defect and customer complaints relate directly to the activities and the operations that occurred. So what is cost variance? Cost variance is the difference between the cost actually incurred and the cost that has been planned or should be incurred. Last but not least, the advantage of the qualitative consideration is to lead to increase employees' morale. Some of company or some of an organization may spend on capital improvement because they want to improve a better work fast-paced environment for the employees. For example, a company ordering a new office equipment for their staff to ensure that the employees' morale will be increased, which will result to the greater productivity. When a company consider to take care of their staff needs, the staff will have more attractive and comfortable with their functional place work, so that they will happy to go to the work to run their daily tasks in effective and efficiently. Besides, the qualitative considerations also become the important part of a company to present a positive image to customer or to the vendors who come and visit the office. Next, I will proceed to the next slide, which is the disadvantages of qualitative consideration in investment decision. First disadvantage is qualitative methods rely on information that is not easily measurable. For example, if a manager wants to analyze how positive or negative a customer react to a product, a manager need to do a cross-section interview to ask feedback from the customer. However, the qualitative that the manager gain is hard to express in numbers or in monetary terms. The next disadvantage of qualitative consideration is companies may have problem in making capital expenditure decision. In situation, if manager want to make a judgment how positively the customer feel about the product, they have to analyze what customer said carefully, paying attention to the positive words that the customer used. As the result, the manager will analyze the qualitative consideration that they gain and make a conclusion that most of the customers will like their product. And the last disadvantage is it may result in different outcome for decision-making process. The result of qualitative analysis often lead to ambiguous but may contain additional information. Ambiguous means it is not clearly stated. However, it contains additional information which sometimes a company does not need. For example, customer interview about a product may indicate that customer like the product, but actually customer will more appreciate if the company can provide a faster delivery to them.
Next is the challenges with capital expenditure. It consists of 3 challenges. The first one is uncertainty. The second one is measurement problems. The third one is temporal spread. The first is uncertainty. Under this uncertainty, a capital expenditure decision involves cost decision and benefits that extend far into the future. It is impossible to predict exactly what will happen into the future. Therefore, there is usually a great deal of uncertainty characterizing the costs and benefits of the capital expenditure. The second is measurement problems. They have identified and measure the costs and benefits of a capital expenditure for the proposal tends to be difficult. This is more so when a capital expenditure has bearing on some other activities of the company, like cutting into sales of some existing product, or has some intangible consequences like improving the morale of workers. The last one is temporal spread. The costs and benefits associated with a capital expenditure decision are spread out over a long period of time, usually 10 to 20 years for industrial projects and 20 to 50 years for the infrastructural projects. Such a temporal spread creates some problems in estimating the discount rates and establishing equivalence. I will proceed with the new topic, which is current technological advancements. Okay, what is technological advancements? It is an attempt at extending or further understanding to underlying science used to develop current materials, devices, products, or processes. Okay, technological advancements is also the generation of information or the discovery of knowledge that advance the understanding of the technology, or in simple words, technological advancements advance the understanding of technology. Next is the examples of technological advancements. The first is the growth of internet. Okay, the internet as we know it today began with the one of the first internet browsers, Mosaic, which launched in 1993 and was at the forefront of making the internet easily accessible to non-techies. Okay, just a couple of years later, the real revolution of what the internet would become started with the launch of commercial sites such as eBay and Amazon in 1995. Okay, and over the last 24 years, the internet has grown in use and usefulness exponentially, with mobile accounting for an ever-increasing share of our online activities. Okay, it also the craving for faster internet connection is truly driving the innovation forward. Organization and private clients are always request ever speedier response times, and industry is reacting with extremely quick internet speeds practically around the corner. It ought to be transformative for some parts of our lives. It will build the productivity of workers and will give reliable communication tools to organizations that depend on remote workers. This is the place 5G may most likely change the world as much as our normal internet complete quite a few years back. The second is smart homes. Okay, smart homes is referred to as home automation. Okay, smart home technology products become available to the consumers between 1998 and the early 2000. Okay, a smart home is a resident that use internet connected devices to enable the remote monitoring and management appliance and system such as lighting and heating. It is increased more of our lives are getting to be incorporated with smart tech. Our homes being no exemption. The demand for ever better brilliant home appliance and home entertainment systems are changing in the manner in which we interact. The current patterns appear to show a more prominent demand for more control over the manner in which we are engaged in the home from tech. One area that might be something to watch is something many refer to as flexible viewing surface. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Hidayati binti Abdul Ghani. I will proceed with new innovation in technological advancement. There are two types of innovation, which is Industrial Revolution 4.0 and Artificial Intelligence or AI. For Industrial Revolution 4.0, it is a change in the traditional manufacturing landscape. It encompasses three technological trends driving this transformation, which is connectivity, intelligence, and flexible automation. It is a smart industry that can operate efficiently with less human error by being connected. It transforms company into an intelligent organization to achieve the best business result. As example, Internet of Things, which is IoT. IoT is a network of physical devices that are digitally interconnected, facilitating the communication and exchange of data through Internet. It could be anything from smartphones and household appliances such as cars and buildings. In Malaysia, we are now slowly moving past the third industrial revolution and are advancing into Industrial Revolution 4.0. However, Industrial Revolution 4.0 simply takes the automation and machinery from the third industrial revolution. How? They are through IoT and artificial intelligence. Next, we proceed with artificial intelligence or AI. AI is a simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their action. The term may also be applied to any machine that exhibits traits associated with a human mind such as learning and problem solving. Weak AI tends to be simple and single-oriented, while strong AI carries on tasks that are more complex and human-like. As example, online banking. AI technology uses computer vision and machine learning to make the mobile to bank transactions safe. The optional character recognition or OCR software that scans documents and converts data into editable format. It also can be adjusted with AI accurately extract personal signifier. Okay, there are several companies in Malaysia that use AI, such as Avanet Malaysia. Avanet Malaysia provide artificial intelligence solution for customer by personalizing their experience. It also provides technology that aim to deliver human-centered AI experience for organization, which include Microsoft Data Platform, Microsoft SQL Server, and others.
Hello, hi, my name is Humaira Shuhada. So I will proceed to the next presentation, which is the importance of technology advancement. Here, there are three important of technology advancement. First of all, technology will increase the capacity of business. Technology allows a business to reach more people in less time. For example, in Pine Cove Company, they use a variety of technology mediums to communicate with their clients, potential clients, and experts in the industry. They use technology to host monthly webinars, to send out newsletters, and to publish news and blogs. Technology also increased the capacity of a business to work together through Skype and many more. The second importance of technology advancement is the technology will improve business communication. Mostly, most of the company in the world, they use or they rely on technology on several aspects for communication, which they will use email, Skype, instant message, business phones, or video conferencing technology. The communication breakdowns can lead to disaster for business and employees. Technology can assist in ensuring that you are prepared for even the most difficult communication obstacles. It means that how far you are or you are in a station, you still have on or you still have a way on how to communicate with your company. And the last important is technology is necessary to succeed. Technology is an essential part to business success. Employees will rely to the technology to perform their daily operations or their daily tasks or their daily activities. Outside companies such as clients, prospective clients will use technology to evaluate your company. HR will relies on technology to train and to calculate the salaries to the staff. Accounting employees rely on technology to record the accounting for their monthly, to record their monthly transaction, and the management use technology to supervise their lower staff. And that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Nur Asmira binti Muhammad Fuzi. I will continue to explain the advantages and disadvantages current technology advance. As we stated in this slide, we have three advantages. Okay, first, improve efficiency for a business which saves time. We can perform more tasks with a greater efficiency, less people doing a boring repeat job, and we can increase in flexibility regarding the work time. Okay, second benefit, we having a better communication. With having the internet or mobile technology, we can communicate with anyone in the world and form a relationship with people who are some distance away rather than being limited to people within our physical vicinity. Okay, the last advantages is we can reduce the cyber crime risk. The biggest benefit of the technology is to the cyber world, as for example, artificial intelligence to detect a change in a pattern that are unique from the normal pattern. Okay, the disadvantages of the current technology advancement is extreme dependability. We are becoming more and more dependent on the technology for almost every task without even realize it. Okay, a common example is GPS to know the direction of the desired location. A lot of people today do not bother to learning or memorizing direction because they are too depending on the Google Maps. Okay, the second disadvantages of current technology advance is expensive. Although technology is already a part of many people's life, there are still some people out there who cannot afford some technologies. Okay, many technologies that are being used by the organization are expensive. The last disadvantages of the current technology advance is shortage of a job. With the technology, the efficiency of a task has increased and tenfold, and this is the reason why technology might be able to replace humans soon. And increasing in technology is going to ensure that the tasks of the human could do earlier can now be achieved by the machine and the technology. Thus, this will create to a shortage of jobs. Okay, next I will explain the impact of current technology advance to business, global, and education. Okay, first, impact to the business. Current technology advance give impact business to continue demand that the business will grow, shift, and adapt in order to stay competitive in today's rapidly changing marketplace. Furthermore, business can discover of a new strategy and the progression of a smart decision making that they contribute to the high quality production of the business. For example, artificial intelligence that allow company to look like they have an entire team working to satisfy the customer. It will save on the overhead costs and also expanding business capabilities. Okay, second, the impact to the global. Current technology advance has enabled us to capture this natural occurring energy and convert it into electricity or useful heat through devices such as solar panel, wind, and water turbines. For example, electric vehicles do not produce carbon emission, which contributes towards the greenhouse effect and leads to global warming. Furthermore, they do not contribute to the air pollution, meaning they are clean and less harmful to human health, animal, plant, and also water. Okay, the last impact is to the education. The advance of technology give impact the process of the learning and knowledge sharing more interactive as well as full of interesting area. The transfer of the knowledge become very easy and convenient as well as effective. The greatest impact of technology on education is the changing in our outlook towards the world. The remarkable shift in thinking from a local to a global can contribute of technology. For example, current technology advance that we have, like computer and also fast internet connection like 5G, can use as a materials to teach in the school. Within this extreme quick internet speed practically around the corner, it's truly driving the innovation towards the education. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.